I was just thinking that. I didn't realize that scored it out there, sorry.
That's right. Well, it should be the same answer that I gave the FDA in terms of the pharmacokinetics of Narcan, right? How much Narcan gets absorbed through the nose? What's my answer?
All of it?
Enough.
No.
The FDA didn't approve that.
Yeah.
They didn't like that. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. What was that?
Nothing. You don't want to.
It's not the answer.
Like when you bring up 1992 Health Department notices, I mean, you can bring up any.
It's true. All right. Let's start. Has everybody had a chance to look at the September minutes? Has anybody looked at the September minutes? Excellent. Dr. Eshkow, you have a motion for those minutes? For approval. Excellent. Second? Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. Correspondence today, we have excuses from Dr. Jagoda, Dr. Vogel, and nobody subbed in for Dr. Vogel today, did they? 2 months in a row? Really? Wow.
I think it's extenuating circumstances.
Extenuating?
Yeah.
No?
Undo that supply line.
Dr. Duthal and Dr. Sakaris. Now, there's a DOH notification on here that Jonesville Fire's BLSFR has expired. That actually goes much broader than Jonesville Fire. That's actually every BLSFR received a notification that their certification has expired. Mayor, do you want to just give the quick, politically correct, appropriate health department commentary on what's occurring here?
I like how you preface it's politically correct.
What
they did is because so many BLSFR agencies are receiving course funding money, they asked for an update. It's been over 3 years. It was 2011, 2012 when the last BLSFR major update was undertaken. So they all received a letter dated either September 28th or October 2nd from Joe Farrell. This is across the state, stating that your agency code has expired. However, return the following paperwork to us, and it lists the web links and certain criteria for which set of paperwork to fill out by November 1st, or at least make contact with us by November 1st, and we'll work with you. A lot of people have received this letter and gotten very upset at the way it came out. Just tell them to contact our office. If they can't get a hold of Joe Farrell, call Dan Clayton, if anyone comes to you with anything.
Okay, thank you.
And it is an abbreviated renewal. It's not like the last time when you had to get all the municipality agreements and all that.
Okay, just the 6 different forms. Right?
6 or 4, I can't remember, without having the letter.
The 5127, 2828, 4135, 4362, 4188, and the 4227.
I believe so.
Okay. Bruce, you got that? Okay. All right. You will see this letter from your agencies. There's a copy up here if anybody wants to see it. Basically, as medical directors, we're going to have to get involved and do just a little bit of brief paperwork. The most important thing we can do is get the agencies calmed down. I think that's what Mary's really saying more than anything else. This isn't about taking them out of the system. This is about making sure that the dead wood is out of the system. The state isn't spending money on things, on people that are not.
The other piece of this is there are some adjuncts that have come up that we're finding out they are doing without their medical director really knowing that they're doing them.
Mm-hmm.
So actually it's good for the REMACs to know that.
Right.
To get the docs back involved with some of these guys.
It's a good idea. We can also see some of the places where naloxone is not being used that it may actually be beneficial. This all comes back to naloxone again. All right. We have a DOH notification that James Catalano, New York State EMT 346196, is suspended for a year effective 9/4. All right. This is for violation of Part 800.16E. Anybody know what 816E is?
Not enough 4x4s?
Not enough 4x4s. Could entirely be possible.
It's just conduct.
What?
Isn't it just misconduct or conduct unbecoming or something like that? I don't know.
Conduct unbecoming
EMT
without enough
EMT
4x4s.
Right.
Okay. We'll figure that part out next. A reminder for everybody, St. Peter's is having a cardiac education day on Saturday the 6th, or excuse me, Saturday, October 10th, see if I got that right eventually. And there's a poster up here that we'll put in front of everybody. Program is starting at 7:15 in the morning. It's going to go until 3:30 in the afternoon. We'll pass that around. Again, that's Saturday the 10th over at St. Pete's. Dr. Winston, Dr. Riccario, Dr. Santoro, Lori Harbrecht from cardiovascular care, Dorothy Urschel. We're finding this is going to be a pretty good program, so. Everybody take a quick look at that.
Mike, the Remo Awards, you want to mention those?
Remo Awards next, you want to highlight that, Don?
Actually, Sam, you probably know more about it.
Actually, Tim knows the most, but
Pass this
we
one
are
around.
going to host it, and happy to host it on behalf of St. Peter's for Remo, and it's next Tuesday at 6:30. And it's going to be in the Mercy Auditorium, not in the conference rooms 1 through 4 like we've had recently. So it's across the street at 310. You can park right next to the building there on off hours, there's not a problem, and walk right through the side entrance or the front entrance to get in. It's a large former gymnasium that's kind of a auditorium now, it's carpeted.
Parking is easier there, though, it's easier to get in and out of.
Yes.
And the food is far better than St. Peter's cafeteria food.
Well, you guys have always put on a really good spread.
Yeah, they do a good job with the catering there. Our corporate communications department really funds it on behalf of Remo, so.
Gotcha. You do a nice job. So Rob, Nick, just in terms of being able to get some really good St. Peter swag to use back home, it's good stuff. It's always some good stuff. So thank you, Sam, for hosting. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So that's next Tuesday. What time are we starting, Tim? 6?
6:30, I think we're up to about 80 or so RSVPs and capping it at 100, so if anybody's thinking about it, let us know.
You gonna go?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Don, you want to start us out with academic report, please?
Sure. Academic, there was a lot of discussion on the new BLS protocol updates and sort of seeing maybe the pendulum swinging in the wrong direction a little bit, where rather than mobilizing people who should not be immobilized, not mobilizing people who should be immobilized. So there's some talk about a little more education there and how the agencies need to be sure they do it appropriately. Also, some question and talk about tourniquet use, and again, the same thought that it really needs to be educated at the level of the department, whoever's doing that education. We also approved using a New York State online approved CME for folks turnaround. And we have a new member, Dave Massaro from Connecting Fire